Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. And today I'm working with the brand new for 2017 Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish. And this is a fully synthetic polymer based spray sealant. It comes in an aerosol form. And so what I'm going to do is give you guys a basic overview of the product here and also put it through the water test. Now, my subscribers already know that I'm a big fan of the Meguiar's Ultimate lineup. And that's because they're extremely easy to work with and use, and they're going to give you some very competitive durability compared to other products on the market. And so with Fast Finish here, that's absolutely true with ease of use. And now they're touting this as their most advanced form of paint protection. So something that exceeds Ultimate Paste Wax and Ultimate Liquid Wax, as well as the regular Meguiar's Paint Protect. Now that being said, Fast Finish here is being priced underneath Ultimate Liquid and Paste Wax. So this is regular price at $18. I've already seen it at Walmart sitting on the shelf for just under $13. It's like $12.97. So at that price point, that makes Fast Finish extremely price competitive. And so for the water test here, what I'm doing is I'm pairing it up against the Optimum Opti-Seal, and that's what Ultimate Fast Finish is based around. It's based in the same category as Opti-Seal and Crystal Seal and Liquid Seal from Blackfire and Wolfgang. Zano has their Clear Seal. So for those of you who are a fan of that style of sealant, you're going to love Ultimate Fast Finish. And I'm going to show you the difference between how Fast Finish behaves with the water compared to the Opti-Seal. Now, prior to applying these products, I've prepped the paint using Meguiar's M205 finishing polish, followed up with an isopropyl alcohol wipe down. And I've given the paint 24 hours to go ahead and allow the products or the polymers in there to cure if they need to. And the application is definitely one of the easiest to work with. And that's what people really loved when Opti-Seal came out on the market, was how easy it was to work into the paint. You don't have to worry about anything that dries to a haze. Nothing is going to give you any sort of chalky white residue if you happen to get it on the trim. And it's super slick when you're spreading it across the paint surface as well. Now, since this does come in an aerosol form, what Meguiar's recommends is that you spray it directly onto their microfiber towel. That comes included inside of the box. And this is to help you avoid any overspray that might occur if you do happen to spray it directly onto the paint itself. And it goes on nice and clear, and it really just sort of melts into the paintwork. And that's what I like about it so much. You might see a little bit of coloring as the product flashes over. Definitely go ahead and give the towel, flip it over to give it that final wipe down. And so it really is about as easy to apply to the paint as a regular spray wax or quick wax. But you can see from the water behavior, it really is probably at the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to the Ultimate lineup. You know, Ultimate Liquid Wax is going to be more hydrophobic, Ultimate Quick Wax, Ultimate Paste Wax. So what they're focused on here is really the protection value of the paint. It does have UV protection in there. It's not going to give you that insane, crazy water beading that we're going to see from Polymer Net Shield, which a lot of guys were thinking this might be positioned to compete against. But Fast Finish is certainly going to be more hydrophobic than Opti-Seal. So I have the latest version of Opti-Seal that I'm working with, Ultimate Fast Finish. It's not just a repackaged product in an aerosol form. It's certainly a different type of polymer in there, but very, very similar to how Opti-Seal applies and works itself into the paint for sure. So here's a quick test demonstration for how this works itself into the paint. You can see you're definitely going to get some overspray if you're near the paint while you're spraying the product. Anywhere that overspray falls, you want to go ahead and make sure you wipe down that area of the paint. So that's why they recommend you spray it directly onto the towel, and preferably do this somewhere away from the paint. But you can see it does go on nice and clear. And I very much prefer the way that this applies to the paint compared to the Shine Lock sealant from Turtle Wax. The Shine Lock sealant, I couldn't really tell exactly if I was getting a nice even coverage when I was spreading it across the paint. It flashed off way too fast, and it also wasn't slick when you were applying it. So with Fast Finish here, I can both see and feel exactly where I've applied it to the surface. So I have no question that it's worked itself into that area on the paint. Alright, so I'm definitely a big fan of Ultimate Fast Finish. You know, I really enjoyed using it a lot more than the Meguiar's Paint Protect that came out the year before. Paint Protect was leaving heavy residuals behind on the surface, so it took a long time with the towel to get a clean wipe down. Ultimate Fast Finish, once you flip the towel over, I mean, it's pretty much in the paint ready to go to give it that final wipe down. But the way that I would use Ultimate Fast Finish is the way that I use Opti-Seal as a maintenance product to apply over top of a sealant that I've already applied to the paint, like Ultimate Liquid Wax. So after my weekly or bi-weekly washes, I just go ahead and use Ultimate Fast Finish again, or maybe trade off with Ultimate Quick Wax. It just depends on which one I feel like working with. And I don't know that we're going to see anywhere near the 1-year durability claims. It doesn't have a crazy durable surface tension on it. You're going to see a drop in water behavior after the first couple weeks. And the same with Shine Lock Sealant that was advertising a year of durability. We saw, a drop off of the water behavior pretty quickly. So I do not trust the consecutive car wash test to determine long-term durability or to determine peak durability. And their performance in the short term has me thinking that their durability claims are more based on a marketing battle between companies than it is on actual lab testing. But another thing I will add is Meguiar's does not recommend this for trim. For me, I had no issues applying it over the trim. In my test, it didn't seem to help or hurt it. It behaves exactly like Opti-Seal does. But I do want to highlight one cool aspect these two products have on the paint. Now for this test, what I've done is I've sprayed Opti-Seal on the left side of the paint without wiping it in or wiping it off, and Ultimate Fast Finish on the right side. And you can see the incredible hydrophobic effect that this has on the surface. I mean, this is just it's another level of hydrophobicity, and you can see the incredibly low sliding angle. And this short-term effect is something that's unique to this style of spray sealant. But I will say I do not recommend you guys do this to your paint. And that's because after I finish rinsing it down and go ahead and wipe it off the surface, I'm seeing a light water spotting type effect that's on the paint. If I go to rinse the paint afterwards, I can see that obviously the product hasn't bonded properly, but you'll have areas that are just sort of grabbing at sections of the paint where we see that sort of spotting effect. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next test review.